Hello everybody, Script here, and welcome to another video. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Today I will be playing OP17 Kaido on the sim. It's crazy because last video I said I was really excited to play this leader and I didn't expect it to be available on the sim so soon. So man, mad props to the sim team for getting this out there so quickly. It's even got the newest cards revealed. I mean, crazy work. I think we're like still over a month out, so this is just how you keep the hype going. So I'm going to go into a rather detailed deck breakdown here. If you want to go straight into the gameplay, I'm going to leave timestamps in the description below. But let's get into the breakdown. So first of all, 4 Queen, 4 King, 4 Black Maria, and 4 of each of the Kaidos. So I think that 4 of each for now is going to be correct because you really just want to see these guys to be able to play them on curve. And this KO Kaido is a lot better than I anticipated because in the mirror, it can actually KO the king, which is super important. And in general, if you go first, you're able to ramp up to 10 Dawn by your 4th turn, right after your opponent just had their 6th Dawn turn. So anything that they play that isn't like buffed cost, you can just KO with this Kaido, which is really, really nice. And then for Lin, that's a given. And then for our 2Ks, we have some Daifukus, just because it's the Big Mom Pirates tag, because we have 4 of the Searchers. And for the other 2Ks, I have Nola. Nola is essentially just being played to protect the king in the mirror. It would force your opponent to Mamarog on it to get rid of it before they can drop this Kaido to KO your king. And then we have some chump blockers. We have 2 of the newly revealed Black Maria. But I think this card in general is just going to be worse than Shiki, because filtering is just going to be a lot better than just pitching something for 1k. And oftentimes you're going to have this cutter on the board anyways, so your brick characters are just going to be 1k anyways. But the good thing about playing these chump blockers, the reason why they're so good is because your blocker Kaido will give you 2 Dawn back every single turn. So once you just play it out on 10 Dawn, and then you can use leader effect, and then you can just get your 2 free Dawn, then all the 2 costs in this deck are basically free. I'm also still playing on 2 Wire for now, just because there's nothing really to do on 4 Dawn going second, and this card allows you to filter your hand every single time you Dawn minus, both on your turn and opponent's turn, so you get to filter a lot with this card. So for other things I'm running 3 Lightning. This card absolutely busted, because you can play it for free once you have this Kaido. And again, the first turn, if that you're going to be at 10 Dawn, your opponent just had their 6 Dawn turn if you're able to go first and ramp. So you're most likely going to have stuff to KO. Especially in the Shanks matchup, this card is extremely powerful. The only reason why I'm not running it at 4 is because it's pretty much absolutely useless in the mirror. And one other thing to know about this card is that you can use leader effect to give something -2, so this can really get rid of an 8k, which is insane. And then we have 1 It's a Die 4 just to have a little bit more consistency to ramp on 3. And it's also searchable off the event. And then 1 Divine. This card can be used to get rid of your opponent's 12k bodies if you don't have like Lin, or if it's like, active and you don't want to like Lin Mamaragon to get rid of something. You can use Divine plus Mamaragon or Divine plus the Lightning. And then 1 Flame Dragon Torch. I find that this card is, so far for the matchups that I've played, this card is largely useless, except for if you just need to like live 1 more turn and then you can go for game. One niche case is that you don't have a play on your 10 on turn. Your opponent just developed, let's say you're in the mirror, your opponent just developed a Kaido, then you can use this, activate main to control board. Otherwise, I feel like this card is kind of whatever. And some other cards that I think people tend to play in their lists are like the 7 drop Kaido, but I feel like that card is just like a the version I'm playing here is a very much a very control style, and that Kaido is more of like a aggro Kaido, and you're never wanting to drop that Kaido if you have like any other Tendon play. And if you have to drop that Kaido because you're not on Tendon, then your board state is already really, really bad. I guess it could help in that situation, but nah, it's definitely not ideal. And then also Lightning Dragon I've seen people run, but why freeze when you can just KO with Lightning? So that's it for the deck breakdown. Let me know if there's any other cards that you think are interesting, and let's hop straight into the games. All right, we got a Shanks. Let's go first, and we have ramp already in hand. Beautiful. Again, we want to not play it turn 1 so we can dodge the Zoro. And then we will trash the Black Maria unless we draw another king. Double Searcher. That's pretty good for him. He drew a Shanks and a Law. Okay. Very good for him. Let's do a ramp shenanigans. And then next turn we can just drop our king. Oh, and it's a samurai build. I really think that the samurai build is really good, honestly, for Shanks. It makes a lot of sense. You just play infinite searchers, samurai to draw infinite, and he taps his lead with Kinemon. Wow. Um, I don't know if that's correct. Wow. Okay. He's really digging. He trashed a law as well. Really? What is he digging for? Okay. Guess he needs like the if he can get the Mihawk plus the Kinemon this turn, or Law plus Kinemon, I guess, be pretty decent. Guess the Yasop would also be pretty decent. Okay, he has the Yasop, but now he needs to trash a card in order to freeze. Alright, 5 for the first life. I believe we can take this no problem. And we get the KO Kaido off the top. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful. Freezes that. Okay, no problem. Another 2k. Let's go 5 lead. Gives me a 1k. Let's get rid of that bad boy, and we will pass it over. Oh no, we can do this. And search for another KO Kaido. Let's do that. One thing we're missing now is like lightnings. But if he ever taps this, then it will die. So, and we have 3 2Ks plus a wire in hand. So he's going to tap here just because of Bonnie. Okay, yeah. Crashes a Perona, restands at Dawn. So he has seen Perfect Curve thus far, but I don't really think it matters. It's like the Dawn to turn. Do we want to 2K out of this? Thing is, um, if he drops Shanks, then he's going to have maximum of 1 additional law plus lead swing, so no, we just always take this. Yeah. And then he's going to swing with this law, which we will counteract. And now his entire board is going to disappear. Oh, we also have lightning here. Um, lightning, I think we will save that and just drop another Kaido. So, yeah, let's do this first. KO the active law, and then we will do active Dawn. Give it to lead. Lead onto the Bonnie. Dawn minus. Give it 4. He's gonna have to give me a 2 and a 1 here if he wants to save it. Doesn't save it, so his entire board is indeed just gone. Drops a Shanks, but that's going to immediately get Linlin next turn, so... Ooh. And yeah, this is kind of what happens in the matchup whenever you see everything. We can even take this, which is crazy to think about. Because we're going to heal next turn, and we literally don't care. Like, there is just absolutely nothing that he can do. Okay, so what do we pitch off the Linlin? We're just going to give a 2k off the Linlin. We can also give a Mom Rogan off the Linlin. I think we just give a Mom Rogan off the Linlin, honestly. There's no reason. So he's Samurai, so I get this free swing, which is really nice for me. And then let's go 6. 7, he's just taking everything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's just, should have counter out of something there. Hmm. It's a 9 Shanks, okay. Goes a 5, which I will counter. And is he really gonna live the next turn? I I don't think I need to do anything other than just to swing big, because I never die next turn. I guess we can start with a 7. There's nothing wrong with starting with the 7, is there? Oh no, hold on. Because technically we can play Kaido, go 5, 9, 12. I, I mean, I guess I could play for another turn here. And just go Kaido. He has 11 cards in hand. I mean, he could probably counter out. So let's just play the Kaido. Force him to Shanks, try to go for game next turn, which we have ample counter for. And then just win on the turn after. And then if he tries to block her up, then we have lightning. Yep. And that's GG's. Crazy enough, I can actually just take everything and just counter out the last Shanks. Because I have that much counter. Why not? And GG's. Alright, we have a mirror. He chose first. That's his curve, that's good. Um, this hand is not bad. We have our 1 Dawn and our 2 Dawn and our 4 Dawn turn. We also have a Nola, which is also really good. But we're just missing our 6 drop. He has the Queen, turn 1, and he trashed the King, so I guess he has that as well. So a very good start for him. So I think in this spot in particular, because I know that he has the ramp, that I'm actually going to bank on the fact that he doesn't have the 10 drops. And we're actually just going to pass without even swinging, and we're just going to play a starve strat. And we'll test it out, see if it's any good. He might just have all the kings and everything that he needs in his hand already. In which case, yeah, we would be very screwed, but I think here I'm going to give a 2K. No, let's take this. And then we're going to drop our own king. I'm going to drop a Shiki. And wow, I guess we don't need another searcher. Oh, we actually don't have another KO Shanks, huh? We don't have a KO Kaido. So I guess fresh the wire and pray that he doesn't have the KO Kaido. I guess I should have dropped the Nola this turn, right? I should have dropped the Nola and then just swung. Okay, it's block Kaido, yep. No KO Kaido. Okay, there's our KO Kaido. Alright, that was a very nice top deck. And I would say my spot is looking very, very nice right now, because we can develop this KO Kaido. And we essentially just dodged the one turn that we needed to for him to remove my king on curve. So let's do this. And then we can either search or we can Nola. But I think in general it's way better to Nola, I think. Swing 5, use the effect for the fun of it, because we can just use king to get our down back. Takes that. Okay, he's gonna block here, and then we will develop our Nola. Then next turn we can develop our Kaido. And then search twice. Or if he taps his Kaido, then we can just use our Dawn to swing into it. Oh, he develops a big mon here. What? What's he gonna do? He's not gonna be able to ramp back. Oh, he has a queen. Ah. Ah. Alright, so he can get back to Tendon, but he's not going to be able to use leader effect. This is where I drop my own blocker Kaido. Alright, let's get our Dom back. Go 7, which will probably take, and then 12, which will probably take. There's no need for me to go anymore because he cannot use leader effect this turn, and then we will just search twice. Let's grab the 2K. Do we need a third Big Mom? I don't really think we need a 2K, so let's just take the third Big Mom and pass. And this is looking like an insanely good board state. Okay, he does have a Big Mom, so he's going to get rid of one of my Kaidos here. Can we ever defend it, is the question. We can if we can defend the leader swing. But I don't really want to do that. This will definitely block so that we force him to turn something sideways. For sure. And this will lead. Here we'll give him the block. And we'll force him to turn everything sideways. And then next turn we just go ham with the Lin Lin. Oops. That is not what I meant to do. I think we start here. Accidentally gave a Dawn over. Oops. That's not good. And then here, do we need to... Momoragon and then use lead and then go 12 into this? Probably. Probably. He's really thinking about this. He leader Momoraga? Wait. He crashed Momoraga with Black Maria. Oh, he meant to discard it. I think, because now he doesn't get the draw. Oh my goodness. What the heck is that? Yeah, I think he meant to draw with it, for sure. Okay, but now his Linlin is dead for sure. Because now he just leader affected a Nola instead of my Kaido. With 4 cards in hand, he is definitely gone. Okay. That's Momoraga, the blocker. He only has one card in hand, so let's go here. And GG's. Alright, we have a Shanks. He chose to take first. Alright, so he's taking away my curve. I think that's correct, by the way. Because if Kaido can go first and then be able to ramp, then it is really bad for the Shanks. It's basically unwinnable. Here, let's search. We do find a queen, but we also find Kaido. This is kind of tough because we would really like to have a body out, but I suppose queen doesn't really matter that much in this matchup in particular. We can ramp an extra time next turn, but I think it's better just to take the Kaido here. Oh, England Argentina is on right now. No problem, no problem. NP. Oh, another king. Now that's now that queen would have been very nice. Let's drop the Black Maria here. If he rests it and KOs it, that's fine. It's basically a 1K in that case. Unless he specifically Mihawks into Rayleigh, then that would be pretty bad for me. Okay, doesn't do that. So I guess your Black Maria is safe here. Kikunojo. Oh, it's a samurai build. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I think I'm happy to just to take here. Can also block. I think blocking is also fine. Let's block it. We already have everything that we need for the next few turns, so blocking here is fine. Another 2K, beautiful. And I guess if he had another samurai, he would have used it. So let's just develop a king. Gain active and arrested, and swing 6. Does have the law. He picks up the searcher, not the 2K. Very interesting. 5. I think this is just a take. Countering here would have been fine as well. Okay. So here, because we have 2 lightnings, I do think that it is better just to develop the Kaido first. So we can lightning this turn and then next turn as well. So what we can do here, so we can swing at this, Dawn minus, gain active, get our 2 bond back, and then use our lightning, get our Dawn back, and then pass. 5. Okay, because he doesn't have anything rested right now, we will not block, and then we will just give him a 2K. We definitely don't want to block, not just because he can tap to freeze, but also because he can drop a Shanks. And this is just a free 2K. Zoro to rest. Okay, very nice. Very nice tech card there. So here, I guess we can't lightning, but we can just drop. We could lightning if we want to drop big bomb. There's no need to do that, so let's just drop our Kaido. And then swing 7, bomb minus 8. Ooh, that's pretty good for him. They can get out of that with one card. And then there's the Shanks. Very good for him. Zoro swing, I think we can just give a 2k here. The sim right now I think is still bugged, so I can't counter out with this. Just gonna freeze this. Okay, very good. And I think here is where we can just drop our Lin Lin to remove both with Mama, but then I'm not going to be at 10 on. But I think that's okay. I think I'm going to have enough pressure. Do we want to risk him being able to counter out of this Zoro swing here? Um, I think that's fine because we actually have another Lin Lin, a lightning. I think this is okay. Let's it go, and then we will just go 13 into 9 here. And let's that go. Beautiful. So we're not going to be at 10 dawn next turn, but gonna have to counter out of this, I think. Really just want to counter out of as many of the small swings as possible. So here, because he has 2 weenies, it's definitely not correct. If he can just drop 10 Shanks here, then it's actually very annoying for us to try to develop weenies. So I think literally the best that we can do is play our Black Maria and then swing 12-12. But let's just swing 11 because that's probably gonna go through. Next turn we'll be back at 10 dawn. Another Shanks. Okay. So once again, we're going to. Do we want to pitch a lightning here to get out of this? I think that's fine. And we'll block this. And then this turn, we will just tap our Kaido. Could also play another Lin Lin and trash a Momorogan. I like that a little bit more. Because we will be back at 10 Dawn and we can remove a body there. Okay, so there's the 10 Shanks. He does have another You Can Be My Samurai. Beautiful. He will do this just to try die minus because he knows that he can't go for game. He's going to freeze this. And then he will try to live another turn. And I believe the turn after, if he has another Shanks, then I just need to be able to counter out a 7, which I can't right now, unfortunately. Ooh, that's really bad for me. So, thought it wasn't once per turn. Yeah. Um, so I guess it's just go 10. Yeah, it's kind of good. It's kind of good. Okay, he gives me like his whole hand here. And then just go 10 and then leave one up, buff event. And he kind of just needs to go for game. Oh wait, no. Even if he drops another Shanks, he only has 4 swings. What am I talking about? Hit. He just kind of screwed up there. Yeah. He needed to hit me at least once. And then he would have been fine, I think. There's the law. He's gonna try to live another turn. So the problem is if I give up a 2K here, then he can just go into my board. So we have to take this. And because we took that, then we have to take this, and we have to take the next one as well. And because we drew into Malmaragon, that should be completely GG here. So all I have to do is go 7. Dawn minus. And does he have double 9K, double 4K events here? If he does, that would be really unfortunate. And that's GG's. Okay.